Okay, so in this video we will look in the form 2 argument. Form 2 argument, like we say just now, just now is for form 1, right? Form 1 argument. So form 1 argument is about all, but in form 2 argument we will start with if P then Q, and then premise 2 is the P is true, and then our conclusion will be Q is true. Okay, so this is for form 2 argument. Okay, look at this one. How do we form a form 2 argument? Okay, so in this one you can use two methods. The first method, either you use H method or you use the cut method. Okay, if you use H method, okay, this is how you H method for this one. Okay, H method, okay, draw H first, and then you look at your premise 1. Premise 1 is given, so premise 1, the first one is if x is a multiple of 4, so then x is also a factor of 24. Okay, then where is your premise 2? Premise 2 will be here, right? So premise 2, just copy premise 2 inside. 28 is a multiple of 4. Alright, so now look at the first branch here. This is the first branch. Okay, the first branch discuss about what? The first one is talking about multiple of 4. Okay, so what is the new thing here? 28, right? So just copy that 28 back to the next. So 28 here. So 28, what happened to 28? A factor of is a factor of 24 here. So the answer for here is this one, your conclusion. So conclusion is 28 is a factor of 24 lah. So this is your answer here. Okay, if you want to cut method, so if you use cut method, so the first thing we should cut is the if then. Okay, cut off the if then, and then you see this one you have two statements, right? This is P, then this is Q. So P and Q. So what is, and then this is your statement. Okay, this is your statement. So if this is your statement, so look what is the different thing between this statement. This is X, this is 28, right? So you can change this X into 28. You change it to 28. So you can cut. Okay, see what to cut. 28 is a multiple of 4. What is the same? This one, right? 28 is a multiple of 4. So okay, cut. So then your answer is 28 is also a factor of 24. Okay, with also or without also correct. Okay, so as long as you can say 28 is a factor of 34. Okay, so we look at the next example. Okay, this example they give you premise 2 and conclusion, right? They don't give you the premise 1. So what you do, you need to find lah premise 1. So once you get, use H method first. Okay, I show H method. So H method, you don't know what is premise 1, right? You don't know what is here, but never mind, you know what is premise 2, right? So premise 2 is polygon M has 6 sides, right? And then they say polygon M is a hexagon. Okay, this is your premise 2, right? This is your conclusion, right? Okay, so now you know that from just now, okay, we can have this one and this one. So we can, to know what is premise 1 here, we can push this statement up. Okay, we can push this statement up. Again, just copy back. So polygon M has 6 sides. And this one, polygon M is a hexagon. So for premise 1, okay, just now we say form 1, form 2 and form 3, right? So form 1 is about all. The previous one is talking about all. And form 2, form 3 is about if and also then, right? So if or then. So for form 1, if you put all here, if you put all here, means you put all here you put all. Does your sentence make sense here? No, right? So you left with if then lah. So your premise one will be if polygon M has 6 sides, then polygon M is a hexagon. So this is your answer lah. If polygon M has 6 sides, then polygon M is a hexagon. Right, so if you want to use cut method, also can. Okay, if you want to use cut method, what you want to cut here? Okay, what you want to cut here? Okay, you cut polygon M, right? And then this one, you can see. Okay, they say hexagon and 6 sides. So what can you form here? Okay, you can form either by using this, you can form all hexagons have 6 sides. Okay, so if you use H method, you will get a form 2 answer. If you use cut method, you will have a form 1 answer. So either one is also correct. Right, next we look at example 3. So the third example, okay, this one they give you premise 1 and conclusion. You don't have premise 2, so you need to find for premise 2. So we use H method. So H method here, make bigger, H method. Okay, H method. So H method say if a number, premise 1, if a number is divisible by 2, then the number is an even number. Okay, so what is your premise 2? You don't know, right? This is a premise 2, you don't know. But we have conclusion. So conclusion they say is 22 is an even number. Okay, so look at the branch here. This branch talk about even number, right? Even number. So what is the new thing here? 22. So 22, move it here, you get 22 lah. So this branch, the left hand side branch talk about what? Is divisible by 2, right? So just copy this down here. So 22 is divisible by 2. So your premise 2 is 22 is divisible by 2. Okay, so this is your answer here. Right, if you want to cut method, so it's also can. So you cut the word if and then lah. So and then they say 22, right, is an even number. So what is the number here? Okay, this number you can change to 22 lah. Okay, so after that you can cut the same one. So cut 22 is an even number, this one cut, and then 22 is an even number, you also cut. So what you left with, 22 is divisible by 2. Okay, so this is the 3 examples I show you to how to solve for form 2 argument. Okay, so next video we'll discuss about the form 3 argument lah. So see you in the next video.